Hey guys, TraductoPro 1.2 is out with a few exciting new features. One of the features that I'm going to show you today is how to use the new iTunes Connect integration in order to automatically import your App Store metadata, localize it or translate it, and then export automatically back to iTunes Connect. So here's Traducto. The first thing you have to do is create a new App Store information project. As you can see now, we have two types of App Store information projects. The first one is from the previous release, and the new one that directly connects to your iTunes Connect account is the iTunes Connect App Store information. So click on that, and then you can name your projects. Let's say we name our project ITC Test, and this is an iOS app. I'm going to go ahead and create that project, and there we go. Now you have to enter your app SKU and your iTunes Connect login and password. So let's go ahead and find it out from our account. So I'm going to go right now to iTunes Connect, and this is the ITC Test app that I'm going to use for the purpose of this demo. So you can see how the app is right here. You can see how there's a name, ITC Test, and then there's a description, ITC Test ITC description of mobile app, and just a single keyword. So where do you find this SKU? You got to go to App Summary, and as you can see here on the identifiers, you have your SKU. So let's go ahead and copy this SKU into the app SKU field. Then let's enter our username and password. You can also choose to have the keychain save your password if you wish, so that you don't have to re-enter them manually. So let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, TraductoPro now connects to your iTunes account and tries to download your current metadata. So let's go back and view the details here. Right now, as you can see, the app has 8 languages in the App Store and a bunch of non-activated languages. So now Traducto is done downloading the source data, and since our source data is English, we're going to set it to English here. And now you are looking at the edit default language screen, which shows you your source information. So here we have the ITC test, the single keyword we looked at earlier. There's no update, obviously. It's worth mentioning that if you have two versions of your app in iTunes Connect, TraductoPro will prompt you to choose which version you want to download. As you can see here, I'm going to do a couple of things. But first, let's go to the dashboard. If I hit done, I can see now all the languages that are currently existing, and they are exactly what is in iTunes Connect. So if I click edit French Canada, for instance, I can see the data right here, showing something different. And if I go here and click French Canada, I can see it's the same data. So everything is imported as is and from your account, and now you have the freedom to modify anything you need, auto translation, and submit the information back. So let's go ahead and go back to the default language to update a few things. Maybe I want to add some keyword and additional description. So you can hit the edit button here to edit the default language, or just click on the English on the tab on the breadcrumbs, and there you go. We're looking now at the source language. I'm gonna go ahead and change that information. Obviously, you are warned that whenever what you're changing has translation, you're warned to be careful. So in this case, I don't want to clear my translations, so I'm going to say no for now. And ITC Test App is going to be my new name. Then I'm going to add a keyword for let's do this. Let's choose this time to clear. I'm gonna add maybe a new keyword for demo app and a new description that I'm going to call test ITC description of mobile app for demo. Like this feature. There you go. Obviously, it's always recommended to give some comment to the translator to provide further context, or even to provide the links to a iTunes app or to screenshots if that helps. The more information the translators can have, the better your translation will be. So let's go ahead and click done. And as you can see, at any time if you have a problem, you can still click download iTunes info and it's gonna re-download from iTunes. As you can see, I cleared one of the items. I cleared, I believe, either the description or the keywords. I don't remember exactly, but let's take a look. I cleared, oh there you go, the keywords, and now I have to retranslate them. So in this particular case, I'm gonna say ITC and app demo, for instance, and that's translated. And maybe for the German, I'm not sure what that's gonna be, so I'm just gonna go ahead and order that translation. And maybe I can add one more language. How about we add something like Spanish, right? Latin America. And let's call it, let's add the keyword for some Spanish, keyword. There you go. And Spanish app name, Spanish app description. So now our Spanish is ready, and I was able to add the German to my card, and I can go ahead and choose which kind of translation I want, and then go ahead and log in and proceed to checkout and so forth, which we're not going to do here in this video. So let's go back to the projects tab, and this is our test project here. So let's click on it. You can see all the languages and their status right here. So let's click on it and see. Well, since I don't have this one ready, I don't really care about that one for now, so I'm just going to remove it from the cart. And what I need to do now is, since my French, Canada and Spanish are ready, let's say we want to export them back to the App Store. So we're updating the French, and we're adding a new language, which would be Spanish. So let's go ahead and export now by just clicking on the export button on the top right corner. You're prompted again to log in if you have not saved your credentials to the keychain. Now I'm ready to log in, and boom, now the export process is starting and everything is being uploaded to your iTunes Connect account. So it may take a few minutes depending on your connections and depending on the connection to the Apple servers. So now the export is completed to iTunes Connect, and you're prompted to update your screenshots if needed. This means that whenever you have existing languages and existing screenshots, obviously there's nothing to do there, but whenever you add a new language to iTunes Connect, typically you want to update your screenshots. So we're just reminding you that you should take care of that. A minimum screenshot is a requirement for a new language. If you have no screenshots defined, Traductor will upload a dummy image so the upload can go through, and then you can go into your iTunes account and change that. Let's go ahead and refresh this page, and as you can see here, we now can go to that French Canada and take a look. we did update to app demo the keywords. Obviously you can see here how the keywords now says app demo, so that's great. Now let's take another look. The Mexican Spanish has been added as well, which wasn't there before, and it has the exact data that we did localize. Some Spanish keyword, some Spanish app description and Spanish app name, and Traductor did upload the dummy screenshot just because it's a requirement, and now you can go ahead and edit this and change your screenshots. So in the case of the existing languages, obviously, as I mentioned, Traductor will not modify your screenshots at all, only the data. So as you can see, this is a quick overview of how you can save time and money quickly localizing your App Store information. Please guys, keep in mind that this is the most important part to start, not necessarily the app strings localization, because this is the first thing that customers get to see and read about your app. So let's go ahead now and take advantage of all these languages. One thing to mention is one additional feature that we added to this version of TraductoPro is 18 new languages. Now you have a choice of 34 total languages to localize into, including traditional Chinese, Malay, and all these beautiful languages that can help you attract more customers and generate more sales or downloads for your app. So thank you for watching, and please send us your feedback anytime.